Hey guys, I'm Josh. I'm a third year JSBC student. I was 12 years old when I was saved. I was going to like these church services that my Mimi was having. They were like revival services. They were like in a hotel conference room, which was like weird, but it was actually really cool though. When I was a child, I grew up with like Christian parents and they loved me very much and were like trying to help me like understand like the word, but I wasn't really getting it. I had more of like if I don't do this certain thing and like line up with like certain principles, like I wasn't living up to God's standard and I was gonna either go to heaven or hell depending on how good I did it, and obviously that's not a right view of how you're supposed to live. When I was like 12, I was like going through like a period of like between like personal issues and that not being able to live up to the standard. I was like in a state of like dejection. I was angry at God, like because I was like, I can't live up to this. What am I supposed to do? My Mimi was like telling a message about like how when you accept Jesus into your heart, he transforms you and changes you and he helps you grow in grace. And that to me, like, it struck me because she was like telling me about like the crucifixion story. I was like, oh wait, he died for me so that like he could change me. I don't have to like live up to be just like him. I realized that like he would transform me and help me to live up to that standard. He would be my strength, and through his grace I would be able to live up to his standard. That day I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart and he has changed me. I'm not the man that or the child that I was. I now love him. I get to follow him. I'm not forced to follow him. I had more of like a mindset of like a military commander. You have to like follow these exact steps or you're gonna fall short or go to hell. But I get to live for Christ. I get to follow him. Everything that I do is for his glory. I'm surrendered to him wholeheartedly. It's actually kind of crazy. I was actually going to go to a different college. I was actually like already like in the process of moving into that college, and I just felt like I wasn't in the right place. I was like, Lord, is this where you want me to be? Because I was at like a college in New Orleans. I just felt the Lord like call me to go other places, and I had some family members calling me, telling me I should come here, and I was like, I never really thought about that. I always grew up like with my aunt watching the program and I always like loved it, but I didn't really like consider going to this college. And then like I started like seeking the Lord about it. I was like, Lord, if this is where you want me to go, like give me a sign. My grandfather called me and he was like, I just feel the Lord tell me to tell you that like you're supposed to be going to JSBC. And I was like, let's do it. So I packed up everything. I moved straight there, and I actually came like the day before the first day. I missed like the welcome week and everyone, so I didn't even know who anyone was. I was like, hi, I'm Josh. I met so many great people and I'm so thankful that I made the decision to come to JSBC. I'm fully convinced that that was the Lord leading me here. I've grown a lot through like the different like professors teaching. One thing in particular I had learned over time was like the process of like sanctification. I didn't really understand that so much when I came here. I was kind of like, I had understood that like Christ died for me and I get to live for him, but almost was like in a like works-based like mindset. Like I've got to like do certain things to be sanctified. But I realized that like Christ is the one that sanctifies me. If I lean on him and trust in him, the good works will flow from that, because that's like the process of sanctification. That message, I know Dr. Watts is like the main person that like teaches that, and I really appreciate his teaching on that. I think another one was Professor Larson. His messages were always good whenever he was at the college. Being in the college also has given me like a lot of ministry opportunities. I've gotten to like usher, help out with prison ministry, and then also being on the chapel team. I've really appreciated that. It's helped me like actually get a lot better at like playing bass guitar, and I've even led a few times, which I didn't think I would ever do, but the Lord helped me out with that and gave me the strength to do it. So I'm just really appreciative of him and everyone at JSBC that's helped me out with that so far. I had already kind of mentioned it, but I just really enjoy the chapel services, being able to like come before the presence of the Lord. I've been in the audience, that's always great. The Lord's always moving through the worship and the word, and then like helping out with like chapel and actually like bringing people into the presence of God has been just revolutionary, Growing up, I was in like a youth group like band, that's the word. Being in JSBC has actually like helped me grow in it and understand that like we all like play a part in like bringing people into the presence of God, and it's just been awesome. Another thing I've really liked was just like I'd already said, like all the professors teaching and like always like pouring into us, because we definitely we need that. When I first came, I didn't understand how to, even for practical things, I didn't really understand how to like write a paper that well. Didn't really have to do it much in high school. And I came and I was like, oh, I've got all these papers due. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. But Professor Lady Watts, she always helped out with that a lot. And I really appreciate her like showing me how to do that. Obviously all the like biblical teachers showing me like the message of the cross and how to like live for Christ in this world. It's just been so good. And like in a more practical sense, it showed me that like while I do have to like work for things, it's so important to lean on God. Lean on God in all things. Be diligent in the work that you do, because when you're in ministry, between like being in the chapel team, I'm in student council, the outreach group that we have, community connections, all those things, it makes your plate pretty full. It's just great that I get to like be diligent in these things and learn how to, you know, actually work in ministry, because in ministry you're always busy, you're always doing something. So it's just so important to be able to handle that with the Lord's help, of course, because you really can't do it outside of Him. So for new students, I will be honest, there will be days when it feels kind of hard to get everything done. Like, I know when I first came in my freshman year, I was a bit overwhelmed. I was like, whoa, this is a lot. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But on those days, like, lean on God. It says like we are supposed to lean on Him because He is our strength. I will trust in the Lord in all things. He is my strength. He is my shield. Even when I'm struggling, I know I can trust in Him. Just know that like all the teaching, everything that you're gonna gain from the college is just so worth it. Just come expecting that you're gonna get a lot out of this, because you will.